Hey guys, what's up? It's Zyflin here, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how you can farm Prime Warframes for completely free. Speaking of Prime Warframes, do you know what else is Prime and can upgrade your gaming experience? Today's video sponsor, Prime Gaming. From January 11th to February 15th, Prime Gaming is offering the Verve Ifrit Kubru armor set, as well as a Luki Verve bundle worth $30 up until May. Prime Gaming offers benefits for not just Warframe, but other games too all year round. You can pick up some free games such as Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Total War Warhammer, World War Z Aftermath, and much more. You also get a free subscription to your favorite Twitch streamer once you've signed up for Prime, as well as all of the other usual benefits that you would get with an Amazon Prime subscription, such as quick Amazon shipping, Prime Video, music, reading, and much more. Sign up for Prime and claim all of the benefits today using the link in the video description below. Again, big thanks to Amazon for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's move on with the video. So you're new to Warframe and you want to get the fancy Prime frames that all of your friends are using and you keep on seeing in YouTube videos and on Twitch live streams. Prime Warframes and Prime weapons are more or less crafted the same way that you would craft any old other Warframe in the game. Prime Warframes are comprised of a neuroptic, chassis, and systems, where Prime weapons are going to have different parts depending on the type of weapon that you're building. We need to farm up the blueprints for the Prime Warframe parts, craft them in our foundry, and then use those parts to start crafting our Prime Warframe. Prime weapon parts, on the other hand, they usually come pre-crafted. But how do we get the Prime part blueprints, you ask? Well, first we need a relic. A relic is an item that is going to be rewarded to you from pretty much every mission on the star chart. Now, there are super efficient locations that you can go to farm some relics, but for this video, we're just going to assume that you want the general knowledge of how relics are farmed. For Prime items, relics are separated into 4 different tiers. Lith, which is the lowest level of relic. Meso, which is a step above lith. Neo, another step above meso relics. And finally, axi relics, which are the highest tier of relic, therefore the most difficult to farm. Low-level missions are going to reward you with lith relics. Kinda low-level missions will reward you with meso relics. Mid-tier missions will reward you with neo relics. And axi relics will be rewarded to you on some of the leader planets or missions on the star chart. There are many different types of relics in the game which fall under these 4 categories of relics. So the first thing that we have to do is identify which relics drop the parts that we need to farm for our Prime Warframes or weapons. To do this in-game, all you have to do is go to your codex, press the Universe tab, press Relics and Arcanes, then in the search bar in the top left-hand corner of the screen, type the name of the Prime Warframe or weapon that you want to farm. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to use the most recent Prime frame release as an example, so that would be Harrow Prime. Upon doing this, we can see that Harrow Prime parts drop from 4 different relics: Axi K6, Axi T8, Lith H3, and Meso G3. So now my mission is to go and try and farm these 4 relics so I can use them in a fissure mission to hopefully get the parts for the Prime frame that I want. So first, let's talk about Lith relics. Where would I recommend farming a Lith relic? Typically for Lith relics, I like to play the capture missions that are located in the Void. These missions will always reward you with a relic, and you complete it in less than a minute. On top of that, if you're running the capture mission Ukko specifically, you also have the chance of getting a Meso relic as well, so running either Hepit or Ukko over and over again will reward you with quite a few Lith and Meso relics, hopefully the one that you need. For Neo and Axi relics, you have quite a few options, but to keep it relatively simple and easy, you can play Mithra in the Void. This is an interception mission, so it requires you to capture and defend 4 points in the Void defense tile set, but the bonus is that the A and B rotations, which are waves 1, 2, and 3, have a 100% chance to drop a Neo relic, and the C rotation, wave 4, has a 100% chance to drop you an Axi relic. In the footage that I'm showing you guys, rotation C gives me Aya. This is only because an event is currently active that replaces the relics drops with Aya in some scenarios, but Aya is used to buy relics anyway, so it's basically the same thing. Like mentioned, you have other options of farming Neo and Axi relics, such as, let's say, Disruption, one of my personal favorites because of how fast you can play these missions, or even bounties in open worlds. So once you've got the relic that you want, all you have to do is go to your navigation, click on the little flame icon at the top right, then choose a mission that allows you to open up the type of relic that you want to open. Now, depending on the mission that you choose, it's going to play out as normal. So for example, if you picked a defense mission, it will play like a defense mission. If you pick a survival mission, it's going to be the same as a normal survival, etc. However, through the mission, the enemies are going to become corrupted. Killing these corrupted enemies gives you a chance at picking up reactant, and you need to have collected 10 reactant before the end of the mission to open up your relic. Once you've collected the 10 reactant and completed the mission, your relic is going to be opened and you'll be able to see what you got. Now, something quite important to note is that you should always open relics in a squad of players, for the simple fact that at the end of the mission, if you're playing with other players, instead of opening your relic and being stuck with whatever came from your relic, you're going to get to pick between your own reward, or you can take what your teammates got without needing to worry about actually stealing it off of them. Everyone can take what they want and you can get duplicates. If you're struggling getting a specific prime part, what you can do is you can make your relics radiant. Now, to make your relics radiant, what you have to do is you have to keep on opening relics. You have to keep on playing fissure missions, collecting your reactant, and then at the very end of those missions, what's going to happen is you're going to get this resource called traces. Now, traces you have to take to your little relic kiosk found in your ship, and then you select the relic that you want to open to get the part that you want. Then once you selected this relic, you have to look at the bottom right hand corner of your screen. There's going to be an option to upgrade your relic. Now, you're spending the void traces that you have been collecting by opening your relics in fissure missions to upgrade your relic to decrease the drop chance of the common rewards and increase the drop chance of the more rare rewards. You can only hold a certain amount of void traces at a time, and that is determined by your mastery rank. So the higher your mastery rank is, the more void traces you can store up. So what I'm saying is make sure to keep on going back to your relic kiosk and upgrading your relics as often as possible, not only to get the best rewards, but to make sure that you don't go over your cap whenever it comes to the amount of void traces that you can hold at any given time. So now you might be wondering, what is the most efficient way to utilize these upgraded relics? Because it is a co-op activity after all. Is there some way you can coordinate your squad to sort of like guarantee the best possible chance of getting the prime item that you want? And I am very glad that you thought of that or asked that, because there is a right way to do it. So what I would do is I would get a person who has the same upgraded relic as you and have 2 people run the upgraded relic at a time, and this is going to increase your chance of getting the prime item that you want. The other 2 players, they can use the same relic but not upgrade it if you have a lot of them laying around, or they can use a relic which has absolutely nothing to do with, you know, the item that you're trying to farm, so you don't waste possible attempts at getting the item that you want. The final thing to keep in mind whenever it comes to farming prime warframes and prime weapons is that not every single prime warframe or prime weapon is going to be available to farm for free all of the time. We have this thing in Warframe called vaulting, where DE will essentially take a prime warframe and the weapons that came with them and lock them away in the vault, meaning you can't farm their relics from the star chart missions or bounties or any game mode in the game really anymore, right? You have to buy the relics off of other players for the likes of platinum, trade for them, or even just buy the parts for the warframes off of another player by using the in-game trade chat or Warframe.market, for example. Now, the ability to farm these prime warframes and weapons will eventually come back whenever DE decide to add them back into the rotation again, but it is essentially a way for them to declutter, you know, the amount of drops that there are in the game, so you can really focus in on farming the recent releases without, you know, constantly getting relics from older releases and stuff like that. So they'll eventually come back. It just will take a very long time before the frames that are vaulted become unvaulted. With all that being said, guys, that is pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button below, subscribe for more Warframe content, and I will see you guys in the next one.